Hi guys, welcome to another lesson. So in today's lesson we focus on the cast diagram. So it says that given that cos theta is 5 over 13 and cos theta is positive and sin theta is smaller than 0, this means that sin theta is negative. With the aid of a diagram and without using a calculator, determine the value of sin theta, sec theta plus tan squared theta plus 1. So to find the trig ratio sin theta, sec theta, and tan theta, we need to consider two things. We need to consider our triangle and its values, x, y, and r with respect to theta, and we need to figure out in which quadrant we are going to draw this triangle. So a good place to start would be to label our Cartesian plane. This is the first quadrant, second quadrant, third quadrant, and fourth quadrant. And we also need to label our cast. This will help us to determine in which quadrant the trig ratios will be positive or negative. So with the information provided, we are told that cos theta is equals to 5 over 13. And we know by definition cos theta is the adjacent side over the hypotenuse, or cos theta is x over r. And this comes from the acronym SOHCAHTOA, where cos theta is the adjacent over the hypotenuse. We have to bear this acronym in mind. So with the information given, we have our x and our r values. So we still need to find what y is. We can use Pythagoras theorem. So using Pythagoras theorem, we know that the square of the hypotenuse is equals to the sum of the squares of the other two sides. So the hypotenuse is 13 and the adjacent side is 5. So we can find the opposite side. This is 169 is equals to 25 plus y squared. Therefore, y squared is equals to 169 minus 25, which is equals to 144. Therefore, y should be equals to plus minus square root of 144, which is equals to plus minus 12. But you will recall we haven't yet figured out in which quadrant our right triangle will be. So let's use our cast to figure that out. So you will recall earlier on that cos is positive and sine is negative. So let's start with cos. So cos is positive in the first and the fourth quadrant, and sine is negative in the third and the fourth quadrant. So we accept the fourth quadrant to be the place where we draw our triangle, because cos theta is positive in that quadrant and sin theta is negative in that quadrant. And we found the value of y to be plus minus 12, so we accept y to be negative 12. So we can start off by determining our point. When y is equals to negative 12, x is equals to 5. So we can establish our point. X is equals to 5. So this is our point. We can call it P. So we can establish our angle measured counterclockwise from the positive x-axis. Call it theta. And now we can construct our right triangle. So now we can transpose these values onto our triangle, r, x, and y. So our y value is minus 12, our x value is positive 5, and our hypotenuse is 13. So now we can define our trig ratios So with respect to theta, this becomes our adjacent side because it's next to theta. This becomes our opposite side because it's opposite theta. And this becomes our hypotenuse because it's the longest side. So the first question wants us to find sine theta. So sine theta by definition is equals to the opposite over the hypotenuse sides, which is equals to the opposite being negative 12 over the hypotenuse being 13. So we can already establish cos theta. Cos theta then becomes the adjacent side over the hypotenuse, which is equals to the adjacent being 5 over 13. And tan theta is equals to, and tan theta being the opposite over the adjacent, which is equals to the opposite being negative 12 over 5. So now we can establish the value of this expression. We know that sec theta is equals to 1 over cos theta, and we found cos theta to be 5 over 13, and we know sec theta is the reciprocal. So if cos theta is 5 over 13, it means that sec theta will be 13 over 5. So now we can find this value. So sec theta becomes 13 over 5 plus tan theta. Tan theta is negative 12 over 5 to the whole squared, because remember we are squaring tan theta, plus 1. So this is equals to 13 over 5 plus 144 over 25 plus 1. So this can be seen as 65 over 25, because 13 over 5 and 65 over 25 are equivalent fractions. Let's say if you multiply by 5 and 5 here, plus 144 over 25, but 1 can be seen as 25 over 25. So this is 25 in the denominator, is equals to, so 65 plus 25 is 90, plus 144. So this here is equals to 235 over 25. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.